Welcome back, one and all, to NYSE TV Live. NYSE Launchpad is designed to identify the next generation of trailblazing companies and help them scale within the ecosystem of the New York Stock Exchange and, of course, its parent company, the Intercontinental Exchange. One member of this year's class, Deep Instinct, says it's using the power of deep learning and generative AI to stand out in the cybersecurity space. Joining me now is Bess, CEO of Deep Instinct. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
And of course, congratulations on inclusion into the club. For any of our viewers a bit unfamiliar, Lane, first, tell us a bit more about the company, about Deep Instinct. Why do you feel that it's uniquely different from a lot of other cybersecurity providers in the market today?
Well, the big problem right now is there's still this notion of detect and then remediate and fix a threat. That's just not acceptable anymore. You need a greater level of AI sophistication to actually predict and prevent threats from taking place. And so what we do is provide the highest level of deep learning technology, which will stop applications, threats that come through data breaches, and other types of malicious actions.
How is deep learning in this capacity different from a lot of other types of AI? I'm sure we've got a lot of viewers who have they've played around with some large language models. Make it make sense for them.
Exactly. Well, deep learning is a very sophisticated level of machine learning. Oftentimes technologies train cloud models to be able to fight attacks and or answer big problems such as LLMs. Deep learning is a self-contained neural network, almost works like your brain, where it can actually infer and, in this case, instinctually know a cyber threat before it actually infects your enterprise or your government.
What does the category of preemptive data security really mean from the industry and expectations that we can look forward to out of it?
Yeah, expectations are that you can actually stop a threat before it happens. Look, we just saw in the last few weeks Victoria's Secret ransomware, Cartier breach on data. So all of these attacks are taking place because AI is getting to a level of sophistication where bad actors can actually impact companies that have invested millions in cybersecurity technology. Preemptive security is a class of security that's actually allowing you to get out ahead of the threat and stop it before it happens.
Do you find yourself more excited about the challenges, or at times maybe a little overwhelmed of the challenges facing the cybersecurity industry? These are serious conversations.
No, it is. It is. In fact, I don't want to be a doomsday or talk about the threats, but the threats are significant. In fact, the type of warfare that we're going to see, both impacting enterprises as well as governments, is going to escalate dramatically. And AI, while AI can be used for many good things, in the area of cyber, advantage goes to the attackers, because for very low cost of entry, you can be causing havoc that costs millions of dollars to companies and takes a long time to repair.
Deep Instinct recently launched the 6th edition of its Voice of SecOps report. Talk to us about the report and what stands out to you in this annual edition.
This is interesting, particularly because security operations has been battling to keep up with the cyber threats. And if you take a look at the statistics, AI is the biggest thing that's impacting. And so security operations, if you look at the surveys, it's causing 72% of people in security operations having to rethink their overall security strategy. If you take a look at the numbers, some of the statistics we got from our study said that upwards of 46% of companies have either been hit by phishing attacks or deep fakes, things that nobody really knows it's AI impacting, but in fact it's eluding every layer of defense that they might have. And if you take a look at it now, preemptive prevention of cyber attacks has now become a board level thing, and 86% of the executives around the board table are now looking at preemptive prevention as opposed to detection and remediation, and nobody does it better than Deep Instinct.
Yeah, talk to me a bit about what you feel is next for you and the team at Deep Instinct. I always like talking with somebody in your position. Sure. I have no doubt you're cooking on a lot of things you're not yet prepared to release, but give us some sense under the hood.
Yeah, well, the big thing is the migration to cloud transformation. In fact, we announced yesterday a very strategic relationship with AWS. Everybody is moving their data as well as their applications to the cloud. And this transformation from premise-based storage and data to the cloud is a big transformation that if you're not focused on how to protect, in this case, AWS S3 buckets, which is where a lot of this data goes, you're at high risk. So this is a very big step for us and will probably help catapult the company to its next phase of growth.
I'm about out of time, but I'm curious, how does a relationship with such a giant like AWS even come about?
Hard work and good technology. And I think in this case, AWS is a market maker for a lot of companies. We saw the results of the work that Wiz did with them. We hope to have the same kind of path of success with AWS.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the enormity of the success for you and the team, which I'm sure is a big part of it as well. It's about who you surround yourself with. Lane Bess, the CEO of Deep Instinct. Lane, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you for your time.
It is great to have you.